state secret.
No,
Although
no.
I feel like there's a lot of bad information out there for sure.
Oh, well, that's definitely true. What all did you try before you started with me?
So like a lot of the Beachbody stuff,
Mm,
and then like I would like go out and go hard and work out every day, and then like try to drop down to 1,200 calories, and that
mm,
I would just fail, and I would just give up, and I would just always be hungry,
mm-hmm,
and then I just would just like to eat a lot too much of healthy food, I think.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super common, right? Hey, olive oil's healthy. Also happens to be 120 calories in a tablespoon. So, if you put 3 or 4 tablespoons on your food throughout the day, that's an extra 500 or 600 calories that most folks aren't accounting for. And it still leaves you feeling kind of hungry because it just passes right through you. And so you're like,
Right.
why
And I think,
why am I not losing any weight?
yeah, and I think that like I think that eating too much carbs, just carbs in the morning, I think that's a mistake because you get really, really hungry. You have to have like that combo.
Food choice is super important, right? Like there, forget intermittent fasting, forget keto, forget all these other like fad type of things. Fundamentally, they all serve one purpose, and it's to try to get you to eat less calories, right? Intermittent fasting is just 2 meals a day instead of three. Keto is just, instead of protein, carbs, and fats, it's just proteins and fats. So you cut out a third. The whole point is to just get you to eat about a third less calories, right? So when you kind of see it from that vantage point, you go, well, why torture myself with only eating in a 6 hour window? Or why torture myself with not eating carbohydrates? Instead, take a balanced diet and just pare it down. And this is where food choice is so important because, like you said, if you just have like a scone and that's 40 grams of carbohydrates and you're starving again in an hour, well, that doesn't really serve you. But if you had Ezekiel bread with some eggs that was more satiating, that holds you for the next 3 or 4 hours, then that's going to make this process much more sustainable for you in the long run because you're not sitting there just starving by 6 p.m. every day, and then cheating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I would eat just oatmeal in the morning, and I'm
Yeah.
like literally starving in an hour.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so just that over and over and over and over and over again.
Fun.
It's
So
boring.
like, so it's just like seasons of intense workout because like Beachbody is basically like, hey, just do jump squats, burpees, jump lunges, push-ups, like all these crazy things, and then eat like 1,200 calories. So you're starving and you're trying to train like a Navy SEAL, and it didn't
Yeah,
work. It didn't
I
work.
know.
Ah, who would have thought?
I
That's crazy.
know.
Instead, now it's like, how often are you working out now?
3 times a week, and it's not like super duper intense, like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm dead. I mean, I do get sore and all that for sure, and if I'm doing it, right, I'm getting sore, but it's not to the point where I'm like I can't think or I can't
Mm-hmm.
focus or I'm like, oh my god, I'm passing out. I mean, it is hard. Like, if I know that I'm going to go out for dinner
Yeah.
and it's going to be big with like dessert and wine and everything, to like really, really like cut it down. That is hard. I will
Mm-hmm.
I will not lie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's only like, if you're being honest, you probably only go out like a big fancy meal like once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, okay, so we think ahead a little bit. We be proactive. We go, let's have that big meal out once a week. That's okay, but let's take a look at the menu. Let's decide what we're gonna have ahead of time. Let's plug it in. Let's make room for it in the calories, and that's the trade-off. Unfortunately, we can't just eat whatever we want. We have to think ahead a little bit. We have to put a little bit of forethought, and we have to treat it like something that's freaking important to us, right? Like, name one other thing in our life that we can, want so badly, but yet do zero planning for, right? I mean, it doesn't work that way. Anything worth doing is going to take a little effort. But anyways, okay, well, wonderful job. I will get that new program on your account for you. by Monday.